And we're back with the WHHI Daily News with CarltonBDallas, our ambassador on the business side of our newscast. Good to see you. Happy New Year.
Likewise. Thank you.
All right, we're going to dive right into this, the strategy efforts surrounding workforce housing on Hilton Head. So where are we? You want to untangle all of that for us, Carlton?
And there's a lot to untangle.
I know.
And the first thing I think has to be said is kudos to the mayor, the town council, the town manager, the staff, the business community for helping move this forward. The town has about 5 different major initiatives and changes that they have made to actually help alleviate the shortage of housing.
Okay.
And that is so important, and if I can share.
You want to go through those?
Yeah, Mayor.
Yes.
The overall concept is finding home.
Right.
So if you're in Hilton Head, you can feel comfortable that if you're a working person, what have you, you're going to have an opportunity to find reasonable housing. And they are engaging, and out of that, they've created a housing advisory committee under the town council. And they're looking for ways and public-private partnerships that can really help expand it. That's really, really a phenomenal development. So we have to give kudos to the town leadership for that. And then they actually hired a chief housing officer, a gentleman that comes in, I think from Kansas or somewhere like in the Midwest. Tremendous experience in partnerships and affordable housing, and he is going to be the point person. And the demonstration of that is the North Point property just west of the post office.
Right, by where the schools are. Right.
By where the schools are.
Okay.
And that is moving forward. The town has announced that they've created a partnership with One Street, which is out of St. Louis.
Okay.
And they have a tremendous background in creating of housing, workforce housing, that is not only attractive, it's environmentally friendly, it's efficient as well.
Okay, very good. Well,
So a lot of things going there.
A lot of moving parts.
A lot of moving parts. And one more, if I may. Included in that effort is to be very respectful and appreciative of the value that cultural and historical tourism creates for the town. So they've created the Gullah Geechee Cultural Commission, which has been existing for a little while, but it's really amped up, and I'm seeing it a lot of the business and economic events that I'm attending. So kudos to the town.
We've had someone from there on our newscast with very, very exciting movement forward. Another very exciting initiative, really kind of brainchild of Carlton, is the Uberization of our marine fleet. So, you know, we've got highways all over, but we also have water highways. So wouldn't that be wonderful to be able to have boats take us from one place to another? You want to explain your ideas?
But first I got to give you kudos for the concept of water highways. That's her idea. I like it, and I will definitely use it with her permission. But it really is, I used to be involved in economic development with a gentleman named Michael Wasserman. Mr. Wasserman was in the Department of Commerce back in 2011, 2013. And he went to LIFT out in San Francisco as one of the executives there. So I'm trying to work through some ideas, you know, with him. But basically, if you look at all of the places that have idle marine transport, from a small 2-person skiff up to a yacht here in this area, and most of the time they sit idle almost 85% of the time. So if we can do with idle marine assets, transportation assets, what the groups did with Lyft and Uber, we can relieve the congestion on the highways.
Is it unique? Has anyone else in the country done something like this?
Knock on wood, not under the title of Uberization. So, but when I lived in San Francisco, they had marine transport coming into San Francisco from across the bay, from North Peninsula and what have you. So that's where the concept comes from.
All right. Well, we've got just 30 seconds left, and you had Tom Davis, Senator Davis on BusinessATTRACT. What an asset he is to our area.
So fortunate to have. He is such a conscientious legislator. He shared with us about 10 bills that over his 12 years in the General Assembly, he's actually moved forward, and he explained the rationale, the origin of them, and how they've benefited older people from being protected from fraud and what have you. So he's just a true gem, and he can be reached at tdavis@harveyandbatty.com if you want him to speak.
All right, very good. Thank you, Carlton.
Thank
Good
you,
to have
ma'am.
you with us on this edition of our news, and we'll be right back with more. Stay tuned.